So let's start with some basic mobilization exercises before we begin our stretches. Just go up and down, side to side, rotate, and you could do these about 10 times. Hi, Dr. Malka here, your chiropractor and acupuncturist, practicing in Los Angeles, California. And today I'm going to show you how to relieve your wrist pain and tendonitis. So let's start first by extending the wrist. You want the elbow straight, the palm up like this, and then use this hand to stretch back gently. And then we're going to do something called reciprocal inhibition, which is the best way to stretch. I'm going to be pushing in this direction with my hand, but without changing the range of motion. So you're not going to be able to see this. You're going to push against your hand, the opposite hand, for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. And then relax. See if you can pull the hand back a little bit more. Make sure your elbow's locked out. And push for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. If you have an injury and this is too intense, you can go ahead and bend your elbow and do it this way. But most of you will find that this stretch is a little bit too easy. So let's do the other hand. Go ahead and extend the hand up. Bring the other hand here and you're going to push against this hand, but without changing the range of motion. So go ahead and push against this hand for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. Relax. See if you can pull back a little more. Once again, push for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. And do this 3 to 5 times. Now for flexion. You could do the flexion like this, but you could put pressure on the wrist. You're better off doing a nice soft fist, elbow locked, bring the hand like so. And again, you're going to be pushing up again against this hand without changing the range of motion for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. And then relax. Can you stretch it a little more? And let's try that again. Push against the hand for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. And again, do this 3 to 5 times. If you feel like you're benefiting with one of these stretches over the other, you feel like there's a little more tension, just pause the video and then continue on your own and then start the video up for the next stretch. Once again, soft fist, and you're going to be pushing in this direction, but without changing the range of motion. Just pushing up gently against the hand for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. Relax. And then push against your hand. 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. Also make sure the rest of your body's relaxed. So you don't want this shoulder up like this. Shoulder should be dropped down. Everything should be relaxed except for the muscle that you're stretching. And the next one is to bring the hand like so, because these are 2 areas that the hand goes in. And put the other hand here and again push in this direction. 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. Relax, see if you can increase that stretch. Pushing against the hand again. The other direction like so. I'll show you down here. Kind of a knife edge, tilted, and push against your hand. 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. The other hand, again, it's deviating the hand. Put the other hand here, pushing in this direction. 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. Relax, repeat it. Deviate this way. You'll find you'll be able to go in this direction more than this direction. It's just the way the wrist is set up. And push against this hand. And if you find that one wrist has more flexibility than the other, repeat the stretch where the stretch is deficient. Now, there's another way your hand can move. It's in this direction or in this direction. And of course, I'm engaging the elbow as well, but the wrist is definitely involved. So go ahead and bring your hand in this direction, put this other hand on top, and you're going to be turning this hand like this, but without changing the range of motion. And you're pushing against this top hand. Relax. See if you can twist that hand a little bit more and then push up. Bringing this hand out, repeat with this arm, and I can see I have less range of motion on this hand than this hand. You can see that, right? So put the hand like this, put this hand here. You're going to be turning it with 10 seconds for 10% of your strength. Relax, see if you can twist that hand a little bit more, and then push. And then the opposite direction is like so. In this direction, put the hand here and push in this direction without changing the range of motion for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. A lot of my construction workers who do a lot of repetitive work, twisting, turning, they tend to have issues in this area. And then relax, see if you can twist it a little more, and then push for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. And then do the opposite arm, twisting it like this. And go ahead and compare your hands. You could see I'm pretty even. I probably have a little more flexibility on the right, so I will emphasize my left more to get them even. Putting the hand here, you're going to go in this direction without changing the range of motion. Pushing for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength, and relax. Try to get it twisted more and continue. And all these stretches also can be done up against a tabletop. So you're going to put your hands here with your fingers and drop your fingers down off the table. And again, you can push against the table like this. Remember that stretching against resistance? And go ahead and push your fingers down. Relax and then drop them down more. And then again, 10% of your strength for 10 seconds, push your fingers down. This stretch also I encourage people to do while they're driving, right, up against the steering wheel. And then you could do the opposite, make those soft fists. And what's nice about this is I can do two at the same time, so it's a little bit of a time saver as well. And then push. And then with the rotation, I'm going to do this one sitting down. You can do supination like this, or bringing the palm up and then twist into the stretch like so, resisting with the other hand. And then the other side, you can do the same thing, pushing against the top hand, twisting. And the same thing with the deviation. And you could even do that resistance by just using the tension on the table. 10% of your strength for 10 seconds, do this action, but without changing your range of motion. And then in the opposite direction as well, pushing in this direction without changing your range of motion. So please go ahead and subscribe to support my channel, comment, and like. We will be launching a new YouTube video every Wednesday and Friday at 3 p.m. and I'll be available for any questions you have or suggestions for future videos.